On the Count of Podcast.
Podcast.
Welcome to the I Hate Critics 1993 podcast. I'm professional film critic Sean Patrick. With me is Amy.
Hi.
And MJ.
Hello.
You can find us on Facebook. Not the real one, not the one on Amy's tree.
No, the actual factual one.
And we are presented by...
This podcast is brought to you by the Pontiac Fiero. Fiero. Could it be any more of a car?
And brought to you by the memory of Matthew Perry.
Which we have a picture of on our Facebook as well. Sitting next to little Robbie and Jurgen, we have a picture of Matthew Perry. And actually, if it were up to me, I'd just bring him out every time we do this, because he's a good spirit, and I'm sad he's gone.
It's very sad, and the podcast was like delayed by a couple hours because everyone was up late crying.
Yep, pretty fucking much. That's true.
It's no joke. Like, it's like, this is like, it's weird to say like friend because like you're talking about the TV show, but it also feels like an actual friend has died.
Exactly. You see this?
Oh, what does it say?
The one where we lost a friend.
Oh,
You go shut the bathroom door. I'm afraid you could hear the people I have locked in the back. Serious.
I'm hosting the show, so I can't do it.
I just don't want them to get out. Thank you.
All right, so 2 movies this week, neither of which Matthew Perry's in, but his memory is alive in them somehow.
Yeah.
We're going to start with The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is an all-time Halloween and Christmas classic. And MJ, you've watched this a lot, is that right?
I have a child that I watch that is very obsessed with it right now. So she likes to watch it a lot.
Does that make you hate it?
No.
But it's funny because we were talking about that when Fuzzy got here. Early, by the way. Good, Fuzzy. Proud to have you. But when I watched it, and I want to stress this before we even launch into this. This movie has an excellent score. It has just a beautiful look to it. And this is the second time now that I've seen it where I fell asleep during it.
Oh, well, then you really love it, apparently.
No, I think that's the thing. It's like, because I remember when it came out in the movie theaters, it wasn't a draw to me. I didn't see it for the first time, I think, until I was like 26, 27. And even that was like, because it was like, no, it was like in my 30s, because it was like your birthday party that we had it on at.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, and when it started, it's like, oh, I remember the music, and I love Chris Sarandon anyway, so I love that voice, as well as Catherine O'Hara. But for some reason, this movie just never appealed to me, and I know it's got such a huge following, and I feel like such an asshole.
Well, you're not a goth teen, so I don't think that. I think that might explain a little bit why you don't.
I don't have my Sally purse made out of patchwork. Although I did do my nails like Sally, though.
You don't have your own, your Sally Tumblr where you do all Sally art. Not mocking Tumblr people.
No, because we all are Tumblr people. So. But yeah.
I have actually had to do Sally art, by the way, because the child wanted to paint all of the characters on a box, so I had to actually trace her a drawing of her.
Oh my god! Wow. Well, that's all about that movie. So. No, seriously.
The idea here is that Jack Skellington, he's kind of falling out of love with Halloween, kind of the repetition of just doing Halloween every year and being the scariest pumpkin king in the world.
Yeah, he's bored.
He stumbles upon Christmas Town and decides that he wants to have Christmas too, and that that will somehow fulfill him if he takes over Christmas and takes it away from Santa Claus.
And that's the whole thing too, because I mean, is it just me, or are we supposed to get the idea that Halloween Town is evil, right? And Christmas Town's happy, good?
I don't think they would see themselves as evil.
No, they would just see it as normal.
Right. It's normal to them to try. They think, in their world, scaring people and scaring humans especially is a a gift that they give to people, and it's their purpose is to frighten people.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, that makes
I
sense.
think.
But the
You know,
purpose.
how does anyone end up being in Halloween Town? I don't know.
I
Were
want to go
they
to
formerly
Thanksgiving
people?
Town. Yeah.
Are they all?
Just full of
Are they
turkeys.
dead?
Turkeys.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I guess they're all based off of like legendary monsters. You know, like Sally's a Frankenstein monster, and I don't know what Jack's a pumpkin king, but I don't think that has any kind of
Like, because he's not the
basis in
mayor.
any. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They have a
He's just
mayor.
the Pumpkin King. So, I mean, I don't know. But you have so many voices in this. I
The
mean,
mayor
aside-
played by Glenn Shaddix,
Yeah, oh.
popping up again.
There he goes. He's popping up everywhere these days. Rest in peace, Glenn. Sorry. Paul Rubens, Mr. Pee Wee Herman,
Yeah.
in there as well. Yeah, what a cast, and all done beautifully. And I say this again, Danny Elfman. My God, it's so Tim Burton-y. Like, it's just such a
Well, that's the
niche
thing. Like, even
thing.
I was reading Roger Ebert's review, 3.5 stars. He was a big fan, and he and just about everybody else refers to it as a Tim Burton movie,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
not
not.
a Tim
Yeah.
Burton movie. It's a Henry Selick movie.
But it's got such a Tim Burton. But does he presented it right?
Yeah, Tim
Okay.
Burton presents The Nightmare Before Christmas, I guess is the title.
And Henry Selick's like, "Fuck you guys."
But Henry Selick is more respected today, I think, because Tim Burton's made a series of really awful films for the
do I need
past
to add him to the cunt
20
list?
years. No, I mean, he just makes bad movies now. He's not done anything, like, he's not said anything that is terribly offensive, unless you sat through both of those Alice in Wonderland movies, then maybe. Then that might be cunt list worthy. But
They're kind of cool looking.
they're terrible. No, they're not. They're
You don't think so?
oh, they're nightmare fuel. They're disgusting. But they're mostly just really awful and awkward and just unpleasant to watch.
I love Helena Bonham Carter.
The Alice in Wonderland movies have been on my list of the worst movies of the year both times they came
no
out.
shit.
Yeah, they're both just miserable movies.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back and watch them now that you
Why
said that.
would you want to have that experience? I'm literally sitting here telling you that they're miserable.
It's like
It's
oh,
like
it's terrible. You
it's like
taste
it's like I'm telling you don't date that guy, and you go, I can save him.
I could say that.
No,
Wow,
you can't.
I should. I do
It's
need that
not.
on a t-shirt.
He's not
though.
going to change. These are
He
movies.
never will. But still, okay, yeah. So ultimately, you and I was curious. I don't know if this is something that you know about the movie, and I haven't really looked it up as I just now pulled up information. How long did it take to make this film? Because stop motion takes forever.
I don't know when they started production. It must have taken forever, though.
Yeah, I mean, because as stop motion goes, it's pretty
Jack,
flowy.
literally like Jack walking up the mountain to stand in front of the moon alone to pose for the poster. Like every time he takes a movement, you have to stop, take the picture, move him a little bit,
just a little bit,
take the picture again, move him just that much, and then take the picture again.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
It is. I mean, I swear it had to take him a couple
I think
years.
there's people who admire this movie just because of all the work that went into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. Budget $24 million. They made $100 million.
It's the apparently production started in 1991 for a 1990 release, so 2 years that they took to. And really, they must not have taken that long. I think that's why the movie's only an hour and 16 minutes, because if you tried to make this any longer than that, you'd still be making it.
Oh my God. We just finished it, you guys. We started in 1990. We lost a lot of people along the way, I can tell you. Good God. Just all because they all have carpal tunnel now because of moving all of the little bits and pieces.
The patience it must take to do this.
Well, look at, you know, when he's up there, he's on that little mountain, and then, like, the pumpkins come alive, and, like, all this shit's going on around him.
The mountain is unfolding itself.
Right. And again, that's gorgeous. I loved. Again, I do love Sally. I love her a lot. That look, because she can sense, she can feel things from just by touching things. I think was kind of a power that she had.
Sort of, yeah.
So she picked up a plant or like whatever it was outside of
For some
Jack's
reason
house.
she had a premonition that his Christmas thing was going to go wrong.
and it did. And no one ever listens to the girl. I swear to God. Never mind our fucking intuition, but that's fine. Jack.
I went into this, like, I've not seen this since 1993.
Mhm.
So I saw it last night in the movie theater.
Oh, how was it?
It was fine.
I mean, to see it up on the big screen, I would imagine that'd be really cool. Just because I didn't see it back then. Because on my screen, it was just like, I'm going to take a nap,
I don't love this like the way a lot of people do.
Yeah, okay, good. And now I feel better.
But part of that is because I love Corpse Bride so much.
Oh, Okay,
I
see?
brought that up earlier.
Yeah,
I was enjoyed
The second I see Sally, I'm thinking like of Corpse Bride and
Yeah,
how much more I feel like that's more accomplished and more visually interesting. And
I would agree.
I know everybody loves this movie for the music and whatnot and the aesthetic. I get it.
And the nostalgia of it, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids. This is like their Hocus Pocus,
Yeah, which
They
is
don't
another
fucking
movie I
get.
hate.
I
I don't hate this. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate this.
I don't hate this either.
I thought the songs would be a little bit more like, I don't know, something I'd heard accidentally in culture. Like it had
Sure.
permeated the culture a little bit more.
Like
and I
Jack's
was
Lament, you don't remember though? Like I hear that everywhere.
No, I don't.
Of course, I spend more time in a Spirit Halloween than you do, so looking for ladybugs.
I feel like what is the this is Halloween thing? Is that?
Yeah.
I thought I'd heard that before this movie.
I'm sure you have.
Okay.
I'm sure you have.
So that is something that existed before this.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely. But
It gets often attributed to this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then Danny Elfman, I mean, it's so signature him. And actually, I love it because they animate him in there. If you watch the band playing, it's really kind of cool that he shows up. So I thought I'd like that little bit because I love Oingo Boingo. But...
He was going to be Jack Skellington.
Was he?
Yeah, but his voice performance was just too wooden.
Too Oingo Boingo.
It just didn't have any animation or life
his
to it.
normal voice?
Yeah, his normal voice just doesn't.
His interview voice?
Yeah.
It's not as fun.
No.
It's not as wacky. We should work on that.
But he does sing the songs.
Yeah.
But Chris Sarandon did the voice work.
I love that.
And it is a better voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the only good thing Chris Sarandon's ever done.
Oh! God, shots fired. Did you get, oh my God.
I'm sorry. Do you have a favorite Chris Sarandon movie that
I don't
you've been
think we talk
saving up?
enough about Chris Sarandon, if I'm honest. Hang on, let me bring up his IMDb.
Okay, we are going to have this debate then.
Okay, well, here's the thing, because
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
All right.
Okay.
He does have one good movie.
Dog Day Afternoon.
He was in that?
Yeah, he fucking was.
Hmm.
Leon.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Child's Play.
Child's Play's fucking garbage.
It's not. It's hilarious.
The original Child's Play 2 is a much better movie than Child's Play 1.
Yeah, but see, I think Grease 2 is better than Grease 1, but I'll get my ass kicked when I say that. Still, anyway.
Yeah.
Princess Bride. That's all you need.
I got some anger issues with Chris Sarandon.
I feel like they're unwarranted. Is what I'm taking away from this. Why the anger?
I don't think he's a very good actor. So
have you heard his work on The Nightmare Before Christmas?
You mean the movie we're talking about?
Yeah, right. That one.
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Yes.
You're welcome. So
he's like if we've got, you ask for Tom Berenger and somebody says we've got Tom Berenger at home.
And it's Chris Sarandon.
And it's Chris Sarandon.
God damn it. You're so fucking brutal, man. I'm sorry, Chris.
Everybody's getting attacked in here.
I'm going to bring in a picture
Nobody's
of
safe.
Chris for next podcast. I'm going to frame it with hearts around it.
Chris Sarandon is the Fierro of actors.
Oh my God! Well, you know what? We just lost our sponsorship. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Chris Sarandon wasn't paying much for this show, so.
Yeah, you pay us. I'm telling you right now. We can have a really good time.
Do you have favorite songs? Do either of you have a favorite?
Jack's Lament is fine. I like that one a lot. You probably don't remember him.
I don't have. Yeah,
You've
I
watched
don't
this movie how many times?
But again, okay.
I've
Fuzzy
seen
does
it
the-
a few times, but or I've seen it quite a few times. But the thing is, like, it was also while I was watching a child, so I might have been like, I don't know, playing this
Or
on my
watching the
phone a little
child.
bit.
You know. Yes. Yes.
What do you think of Ken Page?
I don't often think of Ken Page. I'll be honest with you.
He's Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I hate Oogie Boogie.
Why?
He freaked me
Because he's
out.
made of bugs?
I don't like that. I've seen.
He's
people-
bugs in a burlap sack.
Okay, that's like.
It's a very strange thing to be, is bugs in a burlap sack.
Oh, no. I thought about the guys at the end of season 3 of Umbrella Academy when they finally die and all those roaches come out.
Oh.
I
That's a
can't.
bad one. That's, a
That's
bad
why I
one.
don't like Oogie Boogie right there. It's fucking gross. But deftly acted.
You're
really.
bringing the Ken Page hate here, Jesus.
Ken Page, you fucker. I gotta bring. Oh, there. Sorry, Ken. I don't mean that, but I didn't realize that he was he Broadway? Oh, he was Broadway.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. I just hated Oogie Boogie. There it is.
Yeah, the elements here that there's just not a lot to it. It's a very thin movie.
Yeah, it could have been a shorter film almost.
It could have been a
even shorter than it
television
was.
special,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, just make this a TV special. Don't put it out in theaters. And
No, and at the time, VHS was still flying out the shelves. Like they could have done like just a special release Target. Like how they used to always put
'Cause
out like
it's so
specific
thin.
things
There's
like that.
there's not a lot of story to get into here.
No.
He steals Christmas. He kidnaps Santa. Well, he doesn't. He has this three little kids, the trick or
The
treaters,
trick or treater steals Santa. I know.
and feed him to Oogie Boogie for some reason. Why do they have what is the nature of that relationship?
Do we need to explore that? Let's call your therapist, Fuzzy. Get him on the phone. We have questions.
Where did the Oogie Boogie touch you?
Show us on the doll. Of course, I don't have any of those dolls because I don't work at Hot Topic. Oh, Hot Topic.
This is a Hot Topic movie, isn't
See,
it?
it is, and I don't want to. Like, Fuzzy and I were talking about that before too. It's like I don't want to offend anybody because I get it. I love stuff, and I love people that love shit like this.
It's a very specific aesthetic
It
that
is.
people enjoy.
It is,
Goth kids.
Goth kids.
I can't say anything. My cousin she loves it, so I can't.
Is
say
your cousin
anything.
goth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Quite,
cool,
actually.
cool goth though. I mean,
Yeah.
good kid overall.
I'm not mocking goth.
I am.
I'm not. I'm not capable of that aesthetic.
From goth to
I'm more of a
boss.
Ritz cracker than a. than I could.
Ritz crack-
You can't really dress that up for goth.
That's true. That's.
I know who I
Aw.
am. Is the key. That I
It doesn't
can't.
mean I'm
I'm-
satisfied.
and I'm envious of the ability of goths to have a very specific aesthetic because I'm wearing a cable knit sweater right now.
That's true.
Like
You do look like you're gonna watch the big game later with your buddies and have a brewski. But I mean, it
Oh,
looks
God.
nice on you. It's still very nice. It's a nice sweater. We're so desperately trying not to judge.
Yeah,
We're judgy. We're judgy as fuck over here, is what we are. No,
Do
and-
people hold on to the goth aesthetic like past high school?
yeah.
Is it something
Yeah.
you don't grow out of it?
Well, okay, I did. 'Cause,
You
I
were a
mean-
goth?
Oh my god! Have you not seen the picture of when I showed it to Mom's birthday in like full witch garb?
I have no memory of that.
Oh, I'll show it to you. I'm holding Megan and Christopher,
Oh my god!
and they're both looking at me like I'm fucking insane. And my sister says,
Were you wearing black lipstick?
"Yeah, I had it all." And Tammy says, "Maybe you could have waited till tomorrow. This was Mom's birthday." And I'm like, "It's Halloween. Her birthday's tomorrow.
Okay, wait.
We're having her birthday on
That's-
Halloween."
If you're that's not goth. It's
No,
not
I
a
was.
costume.
I was goth outside of that as well. People just didn't like it. Look, I was
You just
listening to
had
The
more of a
Cure.
reason
That's
That's
that
right.
is more dismissive of being goth. You just dress that way at Halloween.
I just dressed like that a lot in high school.
Okay.
And I listened to the appropriate music in high school. These people that think that they just discovered the Cure, kids. Come on. listen to condescension Mama Amy here. I had them before you. And then, but I mean, again, I grew out of it. Yeah, because eventually, like, I had to get into the Dana Scully outfits, because I was, working in a music store and I wanted to look like Dana Scully. So I guess my obsession moved more to.
And say I
X-Files.
grew into the Cure. I became a fan of the Cure, which is something that doesn't often happen to people.
Because you are related to me,
I-
and I gave you lots of music. So once again,
it might
you're
have also
welcome.
it might have been also a pretty lady. I'm just gonna say.
Thank you.
not
Thank you.
not you.
I'm sorry. I meant to say fuck you. It might have been a pretty lady. Definitely wasn't my sister, though. Anyway,
you don't have any aesthetic as far as I'm concerned. You're my sister.
I know, but I feel like aesthetics were like created after me. Have you seen Fussy? You're welcome.
I don't know what's happening.
You're catching shrapnel.
Shots fired. Pew, pew.
So now we shall turn to roasting you
Yes.
for about the next 10 minutes.
Oh
We- That's funny. That's funny.
no. Will you not? Will you not?
it's sarcasm makes you tougher.
Welcome to the Gen X lifestyle.
Once,
Stuff your pain down. Don't
once
let
you've been
anyone know.
insulted, a number of times, you develop the armor of not having any emotions anymore.
Hence why Chandler was so effective on Friends, you guys. Right fucking there. Right there.
Oh man, that should be somebody's aesthetic. Goth Chandler.
God, Chandler.
Ross Chandler.
You know,
Oh my God.
he did dress like Flock of Seagulls. He had that haircut at one point. He tried every trend, he and Ross, didn't they?
Could I
Oh,
be any more goth?
I watched a thing with him last night where he just says, he goes, I hope that people remember Friends like second to
Yeah.
the good things that I've done. And it's like, it's so hard. Like, because he's done amazing things, but yeah, it's still,
hmm
I don't know. But anyway.
What's this movie called? The Nightmare Before
something
Christmas.
about Christmas. There
Yeah.
it is.
It's fun.
It had a sequel?
I don't have a. It did?
No, sorry. It's
Oh.
2004 video game, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge.
Yeah.
Um,
So Oogie got his burlap sack back.
I just worked
Spoiler
at
alert.
GameSpot. I didn't, or GameStop, whatever the fuck it was. GameSpot. Look, I was just a manager there for like 6 months. And I said, fuck off. You guys suck. And now
Then you
it's
got
closed.
then you got none of the stock.
None of the stock. None of
So-
the stock. That's true.
GameStop's still around.
Oh, well, ours is closed then. It's fine. I don't know. So I guess overall, this movie, we're just basically saying it's meh.
I kinda. I mean, again, I don't want to offend anybody who likes this.
But I feel like that's what we do best on this show. I feel like we're doing a disservice. It's not on. You know what? This movie is. It's not bad.
mhm.
It's not awesome. It just is what it is,
Yeah.
and it's cute. It's a cute little movie.
It's a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie all in one.
I'm not going to get it out for either one because I'm fucking lazy.
I'm never going to watch it again. I'm just not.
I almost spit my water.
I have no interest in ever seeing this movie again.
Somebody is going to get on our YouTube channel and they're going to go, "Where's the movie?"
Our most common comment.
Yes.
Like,
These people talked the whole time and never showed the movie. What part of podcast aren't you catching here? It's literally in the title, podcast.
Review podcast.
Shut up and put on the movie.
Why aren't you playing the movie? I came here to watch Nightmare Before Christmas. And Basic Instinct.
We really need to be updating that. Like, I need to be going on there and doing videos talking directly to them. Hey guys, just remember, this isn't the movie. It's just a review by three snarky assholes.
Yeah, who hate everything.
Who hate everything.
That's my influence on everybody.
That'll be your legend.
That is my legend. I hate everything. I hate all movies.
Wow. You finally said it.
Fuck off. Damn it. Well, because I like the other movie we watched this week, so there.
Okay, I enjoyed it as well. Not as much as ones in the past, but I mean, some of the gags in it were pretty damn fucking great.
We're talking about the 1993 film Fatal Instinct, a completely forgotten movie.
So forgotten.
I mean, nobody remembers Fatal Instinct.
And
Everybody, you remember Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, you remember Loaded Weapon.
Loaded Weapon, and which is lesser than, Hot Shots,
right.
for sure. And obviously, Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers Men in Tights.
Nice.
Men in Tights is still...
We really have watched some great fucking movies.
Like, when I said Fatal Instinct to somebody, they're like, what the fuck is Fatal Instinct?
Even you and I to not remember it, and we have like minds like sponges back from that era. So for us to not remember it, that blew my mind.
And for it to be directed by Carl Reiner.
Carl fucking Reiner.
Legend of comedy,
Oh
Carl
my
Reiner.
God, who has one of the only urinal scenes I'll ever watch again.
Urinal?
Yeah.
There's a scene where he's standing, he makes his director cameo in a urinal. You missed that? Or you just don't know who Carl Reiner is.
I pointed it out.
He's standing at the urinal and Sean Young walks in.
Yes,
There
I
it is.
remember that
There
one.
it is.
MJ did watch the movie.
If you watch close enough though, too, you can actually see when Armand Desante's walking out and he's talking to his partner, and Carl Reiner's a judge, and they've got him like the cops have him up against the wall, like frisking him, and no one knows what's going on. But this movie, I mean, again, it's one of those. This year is really popping off with these types of films. And we loved them. We lapped him up. And yet this is one that I just can't believe we didn't recall.
Fatal Instinct, of course, taking you off on the title of Fatal Attraction and Basic Instinct and lampooning all the most popular, thrillers of the time. And you've got Armand Desante, who is not a big star and didn't really make much of an impact. Really,
He was just a Mambo King. That's as much as we remember.
That's what he gets remembered for. People and being confused for Raul Julia.
Oh, how could you confuse the two?
They don't look anything alike.
Not at all.
But I think racism.
Oh, well. It was white America in the 90s. You're right. You're right. No, that's fucking true, too.
I'm sorry. It's awful, but it's true.
It's sad because
Just
it's
white
true.
people just kind of looking at the brown person and going, which one are you?
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. That's why in like a movie like this we have his partner who happens to be a black man. It's like, but again, that was early 90s. Only one black man or black woman per film. And if it's a woman, it better be sassy.
And all he does is eat nachos.
Which I think is fucking brilliant.
Always
He's
eating
just every
nachos.
scene he's eating nachos.
I do fucking love that about that, though.
So the legendary John Witherspoon,
Yes.
great comedian,
Oh,
very funny guy.
really carries it off, and it like just every time with the nachos, every time. Oh my God.
The nachos were great.
No, one of the things that we were so hoping for when we saw the opening credits was that we saw Clarence Clemens.
Clarence Clemens, his name pops up in the credits, and you're going, is Clarence Clemens from the E Street Band?
Yeah,
What is he doing here? And they do this fantastic bit. So like this is like lampooning like noir movies of all the way back to the 30s and then to today. And we're like, is Clarence Clemens going to like follow Sean Young around playing the sax?
And he fucking
And
does.
he does.
Yes.
We were so
we predicted
excited.
the joke, but it was still funny.
It was so.
It's still a great joke.
It was fantastic.
We were all like,
Oh
we
my
really
God.
want this. We
Like,
want
this
this to
needs to
happen.
happen.
Because
Exactly.
she's like, so femme fatales in movies always have saxophones
That's right.
behind them.
That's
And
right.
And here we are with her having like a literal saxophone player following her around wherever she goes.
At one point, he had to go on tour, so Doc Severinsen picked it up for him. I fucking love that shit. And Doc Severinsen, he played in the band on Johnny Carson,
Yeah.
and then into did he play?
Was he with? No, he retired with Johnny. I thought.
God, here's hoping. No one wanted to play with Leno. Oh yeah, Leno had Branford Marsalis.
He did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Leno sucks.
Yes, he does.
Is he on the list?
You know what? I'm pretty sure he is. I'd get up, but I have a dog in my lap.
Anyway.
It's not over here. I actually it's in this drawer right here. Yeah. Right there. Thank you. Let's see if Leno's on there. Leno. J.K. Rowling, Ellen, Chet Hanks, Pauly Shore, Kimmy Gibbler, Dave Chappelle, Mike Myers, Rob Schneider, Bill Maher, the term Daddy, Chevy Chase, John Weitzel. Oh, worst director.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein, the word Zaddy, Amy, because I'm a shit arsehole.
You're already on
See, I told you I was on it. Dustin Hoffman, Jared Leto, Elon Musk, Chevy Chase again, Marlon Brando, both Georges. Oh, George Bush's. J.K. Rowling again, Victoria Jackson, Jeremy Piven, and me again on there.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we need to add. Shit.
For no
Jay
reason.
Leno.
Just to throw Jay Leno on the list.
Well, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Fuck Jay Leno.
Because fuck Jay Leno, that's all. Yeah, we're
Justice for Conan. That's what this is. We're going to catch up with that over a decade later.
we like to stay with our finger firmly on the pulse of the public. So,
Pop culture from 10 years ago that MJ's too young to remember.
still too young to remember. We like to do that. But, Fuzzy loves Friends.
Yes,
so
I
gets a
do
lot of those
remember.
jokes when we.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, Fuzzy, did you like this movie?
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did you have a favorite part?
I don't know. I just like the whole thing.
So Armando Sante is a lawyer and a cop.
Oh,
He's a
yes.
cop and lawyer. At night, he's
goes
a
both
cop,
ways.
and during the day,
He's a lawyer.
So he'll arrest a guy and then defend him in court the next day.
He arrested his wife and he defended her the next day for saving him.
Oh,
Quotation marks from a shooter.
Yeah, because she was actually trying to kill him.
yeah, right. But he has such a kind heart that he doesn't believe that anybody would want to hurt him. For instance, he has a guy that he put in jail by the name of Max Shady in this movie.
Which is a takeoff of Max Cady from Cape Fear.
Exactly, which is fucking hilarious because the tattoos on the back of this guy's back. Oh, what is it? Don't have a cow,
Don't
man.
have a cow, man.
Bart Simpson. Fucking brilliant.
He's
I forget what
got-
the other
on
what the other
on
side
his
said.
on his fist, he's got left and
Right.
RITE right.
So good. So fucking good. Well, anyway, so Armand's character does not believe that this guy really wants to kill him, yet he kept sending him faxes saying what he was going to do to him, how he was going to
Gonna
kill
take
him.
off your genitals and put them in a blender, and he actually
yes.
carried a blender around with him.
It's even funnier when I think back to it now. It's like, God, I need to watch that again. Son of a bitch.
This is a movie that is so rewatchable because you're gonna get like 3 or 4 more jokes the next time you watch it.
There was one thing that we all can agree, though, that did not age well.
Mm.
We got to bring it up because it
The
irritated
Sherilyn
us.
Fenn subplot, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Sherilyn Fenn is. This was a trope that did happen, sort of, in these kinds of movies,
That's
where
true.
she's like the innocent virginal secretary, and she's escaped a bad relationship from a guy who was very upset that the towels weren't straight all the time.
It was just the towels, too.
It was
Like,
very-
that,
Towels.
I do have to say that is
When he-
fucking funny. Like,
when he
that was
came
the
back
only-
to kill her at the end.
On the boat. The towels were on the boat.
But then when he comes back at the end, he brings the towels with him because he wants her to straighten them.
Which, again, that gag itself, very funny, but just...
The dedication to it, but the idea that they put her in sort of they dress her up as an abused woman. They put
Yeah.
like a
She's got a black eye.
black
and one
eye
of them,
and
yeah.
and they're making jokes, and it just that's domestic violence, it's not.
It's never,
And it is very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it doesn't land.
It made us cringe, all of
Yeah.
us. But I mean, outside of that,
But everything
I thought
else,
she was
though,
adorable in this movie. Actually, when we didn't have that bit,
Yeah.
I did enjoy
when she's
her performance.
she's constantly
I like her
pining for
yeah.
her boss, and his closet full of blue suits, and she's always
Keeps at work, too.
use the blue suit.
Use the
You should wear the blue suit. The blue suits that continuously get destroyed
Oh,
throughout the movie. Every one of
Hit
his
by a
suits.
bus. It's all coming apart.
But he has
So
he has
good.
sex with Sean Young, cheating on his wife, Kate Nelligan. She's sleeping with Sean Young, who's the Sharon Stone of this movie,
right.
from Fatal Basic Instinct,
Yeah.
not Fatal Attraction.
Mhm.
Although she's both Glenn
She's-
Close
yeah.
and Sharon Stone.
Absolutely. And yes.
But she like rips his pants off, but the belt stays on. Like a part of his pants stay on.
It's just the duct taping of the pants back
Yes.
together.
They had not seen body of evidence by this point, because I mean, when they were making this movie, their body of evidence hadn't come out yet.
That's right.
But it is such a perfect parody of Madonna and
It
Willem
really
Dafoe.
is. Yeah, if they
It's
would have
so
shown an
perfect.
abnormally long penis, that would have been hilarious.
Because the sex scene that they do have is her laying on the bed on her stomach and him just jumping on the
Jumping on
bed. It's such a good joke.
Oh, it is.
But the
Ugh.
real, like, the body of evidence, like, joke that they actually do that is not, again, they'd not seen it. It had
Right.
this was being made when that movie came out.
Right.
He pulls out like a car buffer and buffs her ass.
With carnauba wax. Fucking hell, that was funny as
And
shit.
then they were
Which-
having sex in the refrigerator.
9.5 weeks.
Yeah.
In the refrigerator.
Pop out and all these vegetables pop out with them. God damn it, that was so good.
Yeah. The way that they contorted themselves in there, too, was pretty fantastic.
Didn't they? Am I remembering this wrong? Didn't they have like a carrot or something in their mouth? Like they were both eating something at the same time? Fuck, that's funny as shit.
It's so good, right? These are
So
such great
good.
jokes.
Oh my god.
But, like, wasn't there not a thing in a rap song, like, back in the 90s where somebody was talking about waxing that ass?
Yeah.
I think this...
Yeah.
Is this a reference?
It might be. If it's not, it should be. I'm commissioning all rappers to make sure that they wax that ass from now on.
I mean, here's the thing. Rap lyrics at the time had to go to a different direction so they could stop us from using them.
That's so true. Fucking hell.
We were like forcing rappers to speak in code so white people wouldn't try and repeat their words.
Oh shit. I forgot to bring this up. Fucking Bob Euchre
Oh my god.
in the courtroom scene.
His wife is, of course, has killed Max Shady. She's going into court, and they decided they have Bob Euchre, the legendary baseball announcer, real life baseball announcer. They have him in the back of the courtroom in a booth above the court, calling the action.
Calling all the plays.
They flip a coin to see whether the prosecution or the defense will go first.
It's so good.
It's so good. All of
so
this is
good.
so very, very funny.
It is. It really, really fucking
The
is.
execution of every gag is just, it's perfect. And the thing is, I think what holds it back is that I don't think anybody really knew Armand Assante, and especially they didn't know him as a comedic actor.
Right, I think you're exactly right on that.
I think nothing against him. He kills it.
Yeah.
He kills this material.
He absolutely does.
But he's such a dramatic presence, I guess. He was in thrillers and he did a couple of musicals. He was not a guy you thought of when you thought of broad comedy.
no. And
Nor was Sean Young, which is, at the time, Sean Young is toxic at this point in her
she's
career.
fucking going through it.
She is.
Oh my god.
She has failed to get Batman too.
Do you remember when she went on Joan Rivers' show?
Dressed as Catwoman. The things that she'd done at this point in her career to try and get people people's attention, made people think she was insane.
It was kind of like when Mariah Carey made Glitter. It
And
was
then
like
she
that
makes
kind of
this
weirdness.
movie where she's playing this character.
It was fucking nuts.
It kind of, I imagine this kind of overwhelmed, her reputation kind of overwhelmed the movie.
Well, considering that, let's see, it grossed $3 million in the opening weekend.
Yeah.
And only 17% approval on Rotten Tomatoes. Generally negative reviews.
What movie were they watching?
I don't fucking know.
What movie were you people watching? This movie's brilliant.
I would love to see them go back and watch this because it says Janet Maslin from the New York Times, well, hooty hoo. She says, very much too wildly in terms of timing and wit. All that hold this comedy together are a playful outlook and a conviction that detective stories are intrinsically funny, especially the detective is much of a blockhead as Ned Ravine. But Ned is too convincingly dense, but he does make a useful fall guy. Convincingly
Charlie Sheen in Hot Shots.
I mean, come on.
Lloyd Bridges in Hot Shots. Give me a fucking break here. Those are genius performances. What is going on? Did she watch Hot Shots? Had she seen a parody movie?
I know. Well, come on.
What the fuck?
New York Times, it wasn't.
I love
an
Janet
underground
Maslin.
film.
I do. She's like,
She doesn't have a sense of humor, Janet Maslin.
She's so badly mistreated. Actually, she just came up recently
Did she?
on something. It was You Must Remember This was referring to her related to her review of Eyes Wide Shut. This is our annual digression that we do every week on the show.
We always do this.
Yes.
That's what makes the podcast the podcast.
So, Karina Longworth, Sex in the 90s is her recent topic
Mhm.
on You Must Remember This. It's fucking brilliant. Everybody
Right.
listen to that. She plays a clip. Janet Maslin was one of the few critics who liked Eyes Wide Shut,
Mhm.
and she goes on Charlie Rose. And Charlie Rose openly mocks her.
Sorry?
Just mocks her for liking Eyes Wide Shut. She's at this point been pushed out of the New York Times by male critics, and her opinion is dismissed basically because she's a woman.
Oh, Charlie Rose goes on the cunt list.
Oh, absolutely.
Holy shit.
The clip is jarring to listen to. You're hearing like the most sexist thing you've ever heard while you're just this like veil. It's veiled, because you can't, because he's not, I don't know. He's a horrible human being to begin with,
Well.
Charlie Rose. He's been,
Yeah, you should have been on the list a long time ago.
he's been accused in his time of like walking around his female assistants without pants on, specifically.
Oh, he's like Dad. I mean, not like, not in that way.
Dad wasn't trying to intimidate people
That's
No.
true.
or make them look at his dick.
And he only,
No.
yeah.
Charlie Rose wanted women who worked for him to look at his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, to laugh?
I don't know.
It's just
I don't know. But Charlie Rose,
Wow.
nobody wants to look at your dick, man. Just, there you go. I'm going to break it to you, bud. No one wants to see it.
Oh.
No one wants to see it.
God, even me. And I like to look at dicks. Sorry, Charlie.
Don't sorry him. He deserves no.
He can go
He
fuck
can go
himself.
fuck himself. Absolutely. Fuck this guy. The clip, though, she has it. She plays it in the show, and it's just such blatant sexism. Like he wants her to change her mind. He wants her to just admit you're a woman. You're not qualified to be doing this job, because clearly you liked this movie,
Wow.
a Stanley Kubrick movie.
Wow.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Because he just didn't like it, so she shouldn't
Everybody
like it
made up their
'cause she's a
mind that
girl.
they hated Eyes Wide Shut before it came out, just because people hate Tom Cruise. People wanted to make, and it wasn't sexy enough. That's the fucked up thing.
Okay, I don't get that.
This is where it gets really fucked up, right? So before Eyes Wide Shut comes out, that the whole thing is about sex, sex, sex. We're gonna watch. It's like to watch Pam and Tommy have sex
Yeah.
in Eyes Wide Shut. Like
Yeah.
this is the Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman sex tape.
There's so much sex in that
That's
movie.
not what the movie is.
Mm-mm.
They don't have sex in the movie.
No, but there's
They
sex
have it-
going on around
There's
them.
sex. Yeah, there's sex in the movie.
Mhm.
Like there's an orgy scene in the movie.
Told you.
But
Not
like
the U.S.
they don't have sex. It's about a conversation between a husband and wife that is so uncomfortably intimate
Yes.
that it drives one of them to nearly go insane.
Yeah.
Like he nearly gets himself killed. It's also a dream for the most part.
Mhm.
It's not blatant about it, but like there's a lot of dreamlike imagery. in the movie. It's fucking brilliant.
I thought it was
Everybody
as
should
much as
see
I
it.
don't like Tom Cruise. I thought it was a very beautiful looking movie.
It's gorgeous, and the score is unsettling.
Yeah, agreed. And I feel for Nicole in that movie because it's just there's so much. To me, that's one of the most powerful roles she's ever.
Oh, she's
played to
amazing
date.
in it.
Yeah,
She's amazing in it.
Yeah.
She's so harsh.
yeah.
She's so tough, and she's so vulnerable and open
Mm-hmm.
and challenging him.
Yep.
And he's got that that Tom Cruise vein going the whole time. Like it looks like where he's getting so intense and worked up, and he doesn't know what to do.
Right.
And that little vein looks like it's gonna pop
Oh.
from all the. And I love Tom Cruise in that moment. I love Tom Cruise. It's like seeing all of male masculinity put on trial.
Yeah,
It's like all of the dude bros are being put on an emotional trial when you're watching Tom Cruise be humiliated. I think that's what people don't like about it.
yeah.
Because he's not being super masculine.
Right.
And everybody's like, no, you have to be super masculine. Like a man can't be vulnerable in this moment. And when he's trying to maintain this air of masculinity and I'm the man in this relationship, he looks like a fool.
Yeah,
And Cruise goes there and lets himself be the fool.
yeah.
It is such a complicated performance.
I get it.
And
But for
Janet
me,
Maslin saw that and everybody mocked her for it.
I can't. Wow. Sorry. Okay, Janet. I will never put you on the Fatal.
That said,
But I think you're wrong about this.
she's
movie.
wrong about Fatal Instinct.
You're wrong about Fatal Instinct.
You're wrong about Fatal Instinct. It's just Fatal Instinct is hilarious
It is
from beginning to end.
It really is.
From the
It's-
Clarence Clemens joke all the way to the final moment.
like it's like I'm not like likening it to all of the ones all the parody movies that we've watched. Is that what we call them? Would they
Parody,
be
yeah.
Parody film.
Yeah.
I think this one is the beats are a little slower. I think there's some jokes that maybe didn't land the way that in the other films they have. But overall, like it was such a tight movie. Everybody, I mean, you could tell everybody's having a great time.
There's a joke in every moment.
Every
like
moment.
there's a joke you can grab onto in
Mhm.
every scene of this movie.
Sometimes I know with Fuzzy too, some of our favorite things is to see what's happening in the background. And
Yes.
there was this one fucking scene where they're in this garage and these policemen are like slipping and sliding.
Yes, they're just like,
Were they slipping on the blood?
Yeah, it's just blood. And they all fucking keep doing it, and yet here comes our two detectives.
They
and they're
just
like-
walk right
they're-
through
yeah,
without a
they're
problem.
not a
Until the end when Armand Desante pays off the joke by
And he fucking falls. And Witherspoon doesn't though. He's still got his nachos. He doesn't fall at all.
he's just fine. He's
So-
all good.
Oh my god, that was and just like the
But
way.
so Chris Sarandon, or not Chris Sarandon, Chris, what's his name? The actor in this, McDonald. He's been killed by Kate Nelligan,
Mhm.
and Sean Young knows it, but Armand Desante doesn't. And they dismissed this whole murder as a suicide.
but the way he's dead.
He's dead. Sante's like, I don't know if I buy the suicide thing. And he's pinned to the wall by a screwdriver through his back with his arms up.
How would you pull that off? Like you just ask a friend. Hey,
And they
I
did the
wanna-
chalk outline around him on the wall.
Fucking excellent.
Oh, good.
So good.
What movie were these people watching? I don't understand.
Not the same one we were watching.
This movie's fucking brilliant.
Little Tony Randall cameo in there.
Tony Randall,
Judge
that was great.
Skanky. Oh, I loved it.
May I please address the witnesses, Angel Tits? You will address Angel Tits as Ms. Ravine.
Your Honor, we're not here to list off the facts. I'll allow it. God damn it.
Again, it's a joke a minute.
It is.
Reiner's a fucking genius.
Yes. Yes.
I think he didn't direct a lot of movies. He directed a lot of television.
Right. I mean,
So
like, I know him
and
from
of
Dick
course,
Van Dyke,
like,
obviously.
Everybody kind of forgets that, like when you're looking at parody movies, obviously you think of Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks is right at the top of
But
mind.
that's one of his best friends.
his
So,
best
I mean, that's
friend.
like, makes sense.
So everybody thinks of, Mel, and they don't think of Carl as a movie director. And I think maybe just there's a lot of perception issues with this movie. Maybe.
Right. It's a shame, too, because.
He directed The Jerk. He directed The Man with Two Brains.
Right.
Like he did do plenty of movie directing.
I mean, like, but I mean, as far as the good movies, The Jerk is definitely probably way up there.
Would this not now? If Steve Martin had played the role Armand Assante plays in this movie, we would be talking about this as one of the greatest films ever made.
It'd be a classic.
It would be a comedy classic that everyone talks about.
That's right.
But because of people's perception of Armand Assante as not being a comedic actor, that they just dismiss this movie.
Right. And he was, Steve Martin was too busy making movies with Goldie Hawn and shit like that. Like everybody was at that point. So
why would anybody want to be in a movie with Goldie Hawn?
oh my God, that's rude.
I don't like any Goldie Hawn movies.
Mom is smiting you from heaven right now. First Wives Club is her favorite movie.
I hate First Wives Club so much.
Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
Death Becomes Her is okay. The joke wears thin, I think, pretty quickly in that one.
Yeah.
Private
Overboard.
Benjamin.
Fucking Overboard.
I hate
man.
Overboard.
Are you kidding?
I loathe Overboard.
Oh,
Good God.
I love it.
That premise is fucked up. It's
really
a fucked
is.
up premise.
It really is.
It's just wrong.
It was from
Did that
Oh my God.
Wait or
No.
podcast?
It was like if Fuzzy got out like a slideshow. Hey, look at this.
Here, let me play you this TikTok. Are you doing anything right now?
Put on a movie. Amy, this is my part. Watch this. Now that's a podcast we have to explore, where we just ignore the people we're talking to, so we can watch TV and they can't see us. It's great.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make any sense to them, and they'd be like, "Wait, what is happening?" Podcast.
God damn it!
It's just unfortunate. I mean, people are missing out.
I agree.
You're missing out if you don't watch this movie and you don't love this movie.
Fatal Instinct. Just remember, because I mean, even the name might kind of screw you up because there is a 2014 film called Fatal Instinct
that has the wrong poster on it.
It has our movie poster on it.
Ebert hated it too.
Jesus Christ, Ebert!
Come on.
Make me put you on the cunt list.
He gave it a 1.5 stars. I love Roger. I just read Matt Singer's book, Opposable Thumbs.
Yeah.
Which is all about the history of Siskel and Ebert.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
It's so good. It's such a great. I cried.
Oh, I bet you did. He's like one of your idols.
Yeah. Well, and he writes about Siskel's death, and it's like he points out that there's like in the final episode of you can actually tell how bad things are getting for Gene.
Oh, geez.
And it's so sad. I went and watched it, and I'm like, yeah, he's not quite Gene in that moment. Yeah.
Jeez.
So brilliant.
So brilliant.
I bet he loved this movie.
I mean, just to piss Ebert off, he would say, "This movie should have gotten an Oscar." I don't know what's wrong with you, Roger.
I just don't get the hatred of this movie. Doesn't make any sense.
I think that we have the luxury of time passing, and to actually look at it and go, "Okay, God, this year was really good for comedy."
People hated Loaded Weapon too.
Yeah, they did.
There was a lot of hate for that movie, and that movie is hysterical.
It's fucking
That
great.
doesn't make any sense if people hate it.
I know. That's it.
This is the podcast that champions Fatal Instinct.
Yes.
This is the one.
Yep.
This is our flag bearing. When we fix the Oscars at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Fatal Instinct.
We're gonna throw that in there.
I think Fatal Instinct for Best Picture.
I just got a text from Pontiac. They might be pulling their sponsorship. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll find another car that no longer is sold in America.
Could it be any more of a car? Come on, Fiero loves that. They love that too much.
They love
wouldn't give
it.
that
You're
up.
right. You're right. We're always gonna have Fiero in our back pocket, aren't we? God bless us. So what do we got coming next week?
Oh, I don't know. What we keep making jokes? Well, we keep repeating jokes from that movie.
Everybody loves a podcast like that, I'm sure, especially when they haven't seen the film. Just repeat it back
and
to
nobody
us.
has seen
And
Fatal
nobody's seen
Instinct.
the film. So.
Nobody saw this movie. It was so bad, box office wise, that it actually didn't come out in theaters in the UK. Like it did so poorly, they didn't even bother putting it out in the UK. They just sent it straight to video.
Well, fuck you guys.
Why were people hating on Carl Reiner of all people?
Of all people, yeah.
He's beloved. He's a genius.
Yeah.
And you would think at that point in his career, he's an older man. You'd think he'd be out of touch. He's making a lot of older jokes, but his joke references are still very strong.
Oh,
They're still very good.
absolutely.
He's talking about Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction, the skunk in place of the
The fucking Ned Jr.
Ned Jr.
I love
Yes.
it.
Come on, fucking great.
So great.
When you think that she's cooked Ned Jr.
She ends up just making.
It's just pasta.
It's just
pasta.
It's just pasta.
She took it to an amusement park and the fucking terrified skunk. That's hilarious.
But
So
somehow
good.
That
he
is
still
hilarious.
wasn't dead. He was fine.
It's fine.
He was hiding in a fucking drawer the entire time. God bless him. Jesus.
Ned Jr. is such a little. And here's a funny circle back to Ebert, Siskel and Ebert. They had for a time a segment on the show called "The Stinker of the Week," in which they had an actual skunk that had been de-skunkified come out and like be their mascot for the skunk of the week or the stinker of the week. Fucking
awesome.
brilliant.
That's
Fucking
awesome.
brilliant.
God damn.
Oh man. Shit.
Yeah. But, oh, it isn't. That's not good.
Well, I think one of these I think you like that you'll probably demand that we watch.
Okay.
The other ones.
Oh boy.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Okay. No. Right away. Immediately. No.
RoboCop 3.
That's not the one you think I want to watch, right?
No.
Okay.
No. Flesh and Bone. No.
No.
With the debuting Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, God, no. No. I have that on VHS.
The debuting Gwyneth Paltrow boobs.
Boobs! Oh, Gwyneth.
The one I think, and I could be wrong about this, Fearless?
The DVD's in that bucket right over there.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
Uh,
I haven't seen it in like maybe a decade and a half, but it's so good.
we're watching Fearless next week.
Why?
guys.
You love Jeff Bridges. What the fuck is wrong with you? And we don't have to worry about renting it because I got it right in the DVD.
You don't own a DVD player.
I just watched one the other night. I hooked it up. Swear to God. God, I have all of Jeff Bridges' movies. Thank you.
You celebrate his entire
I
catalog?
celebrate his entire catalog. Yes, I do. Except for
I don't.
you.
I make that reference. I don't remember where that reference
Office
is.
Space.
Okay.
Michael Bolton.
I
I
totally
celebrate
forgot.
his entire catalog.
I forgot where the reference came from. That's the thing is like when you're Gen X, you build your entire personality off of referring to other things that you do it so often you forget what you're referring to.
I did that with Office Space the other day where actually I thought about the O face. Where's the O face? Oh, it's Office Space. That's what it is. Yeah.
or you're playing that game in your head. Simpsons or not the Simpsons?
That's true.
Because like everything was a reference to the Simpsons.
God.
There was a
so-
period of time from senior year of high school through college and into my early 20s where basically I'm not proud of the other part, but the Simpsons all the time, like we would talk in Simpsons quotes.
Right.
So from like 94 to 2000, it was just nonstop trading Simpsons quotes or Bill Cosby himself. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
We all thought himself was a genius piece of work. But sadly, we can't separate the artist from the art.
Not on that one.
No, we
Because
cannot.
he'll roofie us. Bill Cosby on the
Thoughts
list.
and prayers, guys. Thoughts and prayers.
Ugh.
All right. To all the victims. But my
Yeah.
God, fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Horrible human being.
Horrible.
I used to pretend he was my dad.
I know, so did I, because
Ugh.
he was. He felt like our dad.
Well, he
back
was
then.
he was there more often.
Oh. Now Dad's smiting you. God.
Dad, I'm sorry.
Stop it.
I'm sorry,
How
Dad.
capable is he of
I was looking at the
smiting
ground.
someone?
God damn it.
You can't do visual jokes on a
You
podcast.
can't, well, I mean, we tried. We've tried before and failed.
So yeah,
Fearless. Get ready for it. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
What's the premise?
Well, Jeff Bridges.
Is it
he's-
wait? Let me get. He survives a plane crash.
Yes.
And like thinks he's like got to live his life again or something?
Well, it's more complicated than that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and not only that, but you have the amazing Rosie Perez in this movie. She also is on this flight as well. John Turturro. I mean, the cast is phenomenal. So I really think you're gonna like it.
The poster is him just standing on the edge of a building, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty terrifying moment too. So yeah, but when you survive a plane crash, kind of think you're invincible.
So wait, is it Unbreakable? Does he turn into a comic book hero?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Samuel L. Jackson is there, and Mr. Glass. He's like trying to say, "Oh, you're a hero. You're a superhero."
No. I promise you, it's not that.
M. Night Shyamalan comes out at the end, so you see the point I'm making here about comic books.
See, Darman. So you see.
Oh God! No! We do not bring up Darman in this house.
We just did.
Oh.
Not allowed.
No.
Man,
Well, on that note,
yeah.
we'll see you back here next week.
How do you get the video podcast?
Oh, that's easy. All you have to do is send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 6969 Pueblo, Colorado 69696.
How's the Patreon?
Oh, we're making lots of money. Hand over fist. And by that, I mean I still can't buy any food until tomorrow. Because I'm fucking broke. So yeah, the Patreon.
You haven't started it.
I did. It's up.
So you haven't advertised it one time.
No, and I haven't logged in a while.
Oh my god.
Oh god, we could have like money
Why
sitting
do
there. I doubt it.
What are you doing?
Oh, no. Look, I have depression, which sometimes makes it so I don't do things
Yeah.
the way I'm supposed to do them. Okay, here we are. So
Yeah.
it is. There is a name change on everything, but over on our Patreon, it's Everyone's a Critic 1993, and we will be starting to post things there. There's a great picture of Diane Ladd. Forgot about that.
Forget Carnosaur is easy to forget.
Carnosaur, fuck
Easy
yeah.
to forget.
So we will post. We're gonna start doing like some more behind the scenes stuff, so you guys can actually see how we have this set up, who we are, who we want to be.
Amy's
Our
building
thoughts.
a studio.
I'm building a little studio, and I'll show you my laundry. I mean, all of that stuff is going to be at the Patreon again. That is over. You can find us with Everyone's a Critic 1993.
Or you can just staple a $5 bill to Amy's tree.
I mean, you could do that. But also, the last time I gave out my actual address, too many of you showed up here. So I think we're going to wait.
We don't have a big enough lawn.
We really don't. We don't.
Not with all the things that my father puts on it.
It's true. That's true. It's mostly porn, but that's fine. That's fine.
Ugh.
We'll see you next week, guys. Love you.